Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those who are new here, my name is Psychic Bella Love, and you can book your own personal private reading with me on my website, psychicbellalove.com. And you can use coupon code FREE, all in caps, to get an extra 30% off until the end of November 2021. And if you book after November 2021 and you are a new client, you can use coupon code NEW, all in caps, to get extra money off at checkout. And those codes are both good for every reading on the site, excluding emergency appointments, which are available for those who don't want to wait for my schedule to clear up, and you can speak to me within 24 hours. Also, you can join my Patreon. That is the only place that I do celebrity video reading requests at the appropriate tier. We also have exclusive lives and tons of exclusive content that I never post anywhere else, including all the conspiracy theories and stuff we can't talk about over here. So if you would like to join, that will be in the description box below as well, along with my Instagram and my backup channel, which we will have as our designated live channel once we reach the required 1,000 subscribers that YouTube says we have to do that. So this reading is going to be about Teresa Giudice and Luis Ruelas, and I apologize if I said anybody's name wrong. I have not watched this show since, oh my god, I was pregnant with my kid, and he's gonna be 11 next month. So it's been a very long time since I've watched the Real Housewives of New Jersey, but I've had a lot of people saying, like, you know, like that's one of the housewife relationships that's kind of, you know, really questionable. And then I watched a couple of, you know, the YouTube creators who do all of the housewives breakdowns, and there is some very disturbing claims about this man from his past partners, and now people, I guess it is a fact that they are now engaged and living together. So everybody, you know, is saying like Teresa may have just been really naive because she, you know, married Joe Giudice when she was really young, and he was like the only boyfriend she ever had. And then, you know, she doesn't really have like a lot of experience dating. So this guy was easily able to bamboozle her, I guess. So we're going to take a look and see, because I don't know anything about all of this, and I really didn't know who this guy was. And then when I went to go look up just to see, like, why is everybody freaking out, I was like, oh, Teresa, what did you get involved in? Oh my god. And so we're gonna take a look. Also, guys, I do have a reading that because I have been pre-recording a lot of videos so that you guys do have content coming out every day, and then that way if something, you know, breaking happens, then I can just run and jump and record that, because I had other stuff that wasn't super emergency things up already. And I do have a video that I recorded a couple weeks ago that was supposed to have aired in the middle of this last week on Lisa Rinna and Harry Hamlin's marriage. However, I guess Lisa's mother passed away, so I pushed it back for a couple weeks out of respect, because, you know, I didn't know that her mother was ill or anything like that when I recorded it, because I think I recorded it like the very beginning of November. So anyways, just to let you guys know, like, it will come out, but we're just gonna hold on to it for a moment. So pay our respects, we're not gonna be complete jerks. I know we're nosy, but we can wait for things sometimes. So, all right, I already shuffled up the cards with their energy in it off camera so that we could jump in. And so I'm just gonna give it a quick shuffle one more time, and then ask Spirit, like, what do they want us to know in general first, and then I'll ask whatever questions they don't answer after. Spirit, can you just give us a quick overview? What is Teresa Giudice and Luis Ruelas relationship really like? Thank you. What do we need to know? Holy Spirit. Spirit saying she's very charmed by him. Like, I hate to say this, but this kind of feels like it's gonna be like Vicky and Brooks, where, you know, and I didn't watch that show either after a while, but you know, you just see the commentary and stuff, and that whole thing was quite a shit show. But where everybody was like, something's, you know, not right about this person, but they had that woman kind of all, you know, under a spell, and oh my God, no, he is great and everything. But then once the smoke cleared and they started realizing like, oh, this guy might actually be a shithead after all, then it was like, well, I went out on this huge limb and embarrassed myself by like being with this person, so now I gotta like double down. And it feels like Teresa's gonna put herself in that kind of a situation where she's gonna double down on this because she doesn't want to end up with egg on her face. But something's gonna come out about either he cheats on her and gets somebody else pregnant, or a secret love child is gonna be exposed. Because this person has been waiting, because it's like, I was waiting for you to do the right thing. You never did. You kept trying to, you know, gaslight me and act like this is my fault, but you were telling me all kinds of crap, you know? And so it feels like you didn't take me serious, so now that you are on a bigger world stage, I'm gonna come out to tell my side of the story, because now you can't deny me. Oh boy. So this is what I hate seeing in this. Oh my God, I was just hoping for Teresa's sake that like it was gonna come out that like, oh no, those were just people who were, you know, jealous, and it's like, oh, we're gonna tell a story about what a awful ex he was, because that's gonna get us some interviews and make some money or get attention to whatever we're selling, because, you know, people do things like that sometimes. So I was really hoping for Teresa's sake, because I know that she went through such hell because of Juicy Joe, you know, that this was her kind of redemption and that she did get to have her happy ending. However, he really looks at her as if she is the Queen of Pentacles. There's money tied to her. There's opportunity tied to her. So, you know, even if it's not only about she's gonna upgrade my life and I can have a better life because of her, you know, but now other people will want to pay me to do things. You know, I'll make money off the show. I'll make money off appearances. If I want to start a business, everybody's going to purchase from me. So he's definitely coming from more of seeing the financial benefit and of being, you know, in proximity to Teresa, whereas she's coming from a place of being in love. I want to cry for her, and like I've only gotten like just barely into this. Like, this is so sad. Because I can tell Teresa's just going to get her heart so broken by this guy. Oh my God. I mean, he's already cheated on her, and he's going to keep cheating on her too. But there's more about him, and it's not just the aggressive stuff, because obviously I have to, you know, trigger warning too, but also we also have to be careful about how we word things on YouTube, because, you know, every word is banned these days on here. But I don't feel her having so much to deal with like that kind of stuff, although I do feel like he can have a very sharp tongue, and he definitely does have that tendency to gaslight and turn things around so that you're the bad person and he's the victim when you call him out on his stuff. But on top of it, there's something that's like so like scammy about him. Like scammy. Like, I'm gonna run some kind of like scam business and everybody's gonna sign up for an app, you know, and then they never get any content and it's always down, and then I'm gonna blame it on the app developers. Meanwhile, I'm still collecting all your money every month off the subscription. Like, that kind of scammy stuff that's gonna really backfire on Teresa, because she's gonna obviously, again, like I said, it's this feeling like she's gonna double down and defend him when things like this happen. However, it's like that's gonna come back to bite her in the ass so bad. And there's something that's gonna come out about him cheating, about him scamming people, about him having not been completely honest about his past, because again, like I said, I feel like there is some sort of, you know, love child kind of scandal coming, but also, like I said, you know, money scammy kind of stuff. But there's other things from his past that people do not know about that are going to come out that are deeper than what we've really like heard so far. And I keep getting him being the one to walk away from this relationship because he's gonna run to hide, because he doesn't want to face like all this scrutiny and being held accountable. So instead of sitting there and trying to work things out with Teresa or letting her have the opportunity to choose, he's gonna go and run. But this is the thing, I feel like it's all also still a part of manipulating her, because she's gonna want to have, you know, a conversation with him obviously about all of these things. And I feel like, you know, him twisting it on her that I ran because I felt like you were gonna leave me anyways because I don't feel like you support me sometimes, and try to throw that shit back on her in an attempt to make her beg him to stay so that they can try to work things out. So this guy is like really kind of sociopathic in the way that he can manipulate situations and people, is what Spirit is saying. Like, he's really kind of the master of that kind of stuff. But in a way, this whole situation and him getting connected to Teresa is sort of his karma, in that it does come out about who he really is. Because there's a lot of women that he has hurt in the past, but he's gotten away with it in one way or another. And so they feel like, well, if the whole world knows what a piece of garbage you really are, you know, then maybe that's some karma for you. At least maybe that's some redemption for us, that everybody gets to see that what we did have to say about you was true. Or that I didn't feel so alone, that I was the only person who was your victim. So this is gonna get worse, you guys. Like, we haven't not even seen the worst of it. Just, I keep getting that as we get into this next season, like while it's airing, social media and real life and real time, there's going to be a lot that's coming out. Oh, God. So, is Teresa going to get back together with him when all of this happens? Thank you. I mean, damn, Teresa, you should have just worked things out with Juicy Joe if that was the case. Okay, this, let's be honest, Teresa's demonetized. You know. So all he has to do is give it to her good, and she is right back in with him again. This is going to be such a back and forth thing for like a hot minute. And I keep getting, obviously, you know, her brother is going to have opinions about this, being her brother. And this is going to cause more family problems too for her. As far as, you know, fighting with her brother, and then she's going to blame Melissa, and it's your fault because you made him think this way, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And it's going to be such a big drama for Teresa that she just did not need. This man is not a blessing to your life, Teresa. He is literally a fucking curse. Get rid of him. See, it's like this is making the whole family fight, making the whole cast fight, because it feels like the whole cast ends up like, you know, divided between Teresa and her brother and sister-in-law, who are obviously, you know, going to come from a place of trying to protect her. I mean, I'm not going to shit on, you know, Joe, because if that was my sibling and I'm hearing all this shit that, you know, already came out, and now there's more that, you know, Spirit saying is to come as Joe, you know, he definitely should be like, Teresa, like that guy needs to stay the hell away. So, but she's going to go right back into it. I mean, this is one of those things that it's just, she's going to have to kind of learn that lesson for herself. The same way that Vicky finally had to just let Brooks go. Teresa's gonna end up in the same situation. I don't see any kind of marriage happening though, but I do see them getting back together and dragging this shit back and forth for, you know, wow. So the next couple years worth of seasons on New Jersey will be very entertaining, I guess. But I mean, it's just, my heart breaks for Teresa. She deserves more than that. I mean, you know, when you see a woman go through so much because of a man that she made the mistake of loving and trusting, you always just hope that, you know, the next guy is her Russell Wilson. But she should have really taken the time to like just date and experience different kinds of peoples, and that way she would have really known what she really needed to be happy. But instead, she let this guy, you know, dickmatize her and charm her and blindfold her to what he really is all about. And this is gonna, you know, really hurt her in the long run. And I'm afraid that, you know, sometimes with certain people too, when they go through a really heartbreaking situation back to back, it makes you worry that maybe they're just going to completely give up on love when there is real, happy, true love out there for them. It's just wasn't those people. And if they heal, they can really open themselves up and have that come in. Because that was, you know, when everybody talks about Sierra's prayer was also that Sierra realized that she was worth more than she'd been settling for. And she decided to love herself. And so that's why, because she was literally glowing with self-love, that Russell Wilson was attracted to her, and he was in the same place in his life. That's the key, you know? And so it breaks my heart that she's got to go through something so painful again. But it's better than being tied down to him for the rest of her life either, right? So anyways, guys, I'm going to go because I feel like I'm going to cry now for Teresa. I hope everybody is having a great day. Make sure you hit the like button. Let me know, are you surprised? Do you feel bad for Teresa? You know, what do you think about this whole crazy situation? And if you wanted to follow me on Instagram or my backup channel, or get your own reading, or join the Patreon, that information will be in the description box below. I love you, and I hope everybody has a great one. Make sure you hit the like, comment, subscribe, do all this stuff on your way out, and I will see you all again soon.